Tonight on Eagle Angle, buildings on campus prepare for fall break.
A giant Cheeto is in Alberta, Canada.
And the Oklahoma Christian Ultimate is chasing their third title.
All this and more coming right up on Eagle Angle.
Hello and welcome to Eagle Angle, a student-produced newscast live from Oklahoma Christian University. I'm Joe Luckett.
I'm Hannah Stover.
The Oklahoma City Zoo welcomed 4 new friends to the lion habitat. On September 26th, around 7:15 a.m., Dunya, a 7-year-old African lion, went into labor and delivered 4 cubs. 3 are female and 1 is male. The new mother is not only a first-time mom, but is also the first to deliver cubs at the Oklahoma City Zoo in 15 years. The new cubs are out of view for visitors at this time. They will receive vaccinations in the coming weeks and will be slowly introduced to the other members of the pride.
Tomorrow is the start of fall break, and there are a few things students should be aware of. The branch will close tonight at 6 p.m. and will reopen Monday, October 17th at 7 a.m. Chick-fil-A and Aguila's closed for break today at 2 p.m. and reopen on Mondays, October 17th at 11 a.m. The Beam Library will be closed Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, but will reopen on Sunday, October 16th at 6 p.m. The Mail Center will be open with limited hours. Thursday, October 13th and Friday, October 14th, the Mail Center will open at 9 a.m. and close at 2 p.m. Saturday, October 15th, the Mail Center will open at 10 a.m. and close at 2 p.m.
A new forecast predicts the cost of holiday travel will shoot up this week as the Thanksgiving rush gets closer. The big question, whether that ticket you pay for will be worth it after the cancellations we saw this summer. CNN's Pete Muntean has more.
Thanksgiving travel is about to take off, and it will be the most expensive of the last 5 years. Travel site Hopper says tickets will cost 19% more compared to last year. The average domestic round-trip ticket, $274.
This Thanksgiving will be a very expensive holiday to travel, especially for travelers who are booking late.
Now the pressure is on airlines to avoid a meltdown like this summer when they canceled a total of 55,000 flights. Federal data shows 40% of all the cancellations were for reasons that the airlines could control, not weather.
It is abundantly clear that the majority of delays rest with the airlines.
While airlines insist the blame is on the understaffed air traffic control centers.
In the summer, we had shortages almost every day, and they can lead to hundreds of cancellations and delays.
Hiring is ramping up. The FAA is bringing on new air traffic controllers. American Airlines has hired more than 1,400 new employees since Labor Day. United has added more than 1,500 new pilots this year, and there are 3,000 new flight attendants at Southwest.
We're certainly with you. We're pushing on our airlines to not overpromise in the schedule so that we can actually deliver what we're selling to you.
Even still, carriers are cutting their fall schedules, a move Delta called a huge improvement in curbing summer cancellations and delays. Industry data shows American Airlines dropped 31,000 placeholder flights from its November schedule. For travelers, it all adds up to a travel season with fewer options and higher prices.
We're expecting to see chaos at the airports over the holidays, but American travelers have shown that they're resilient and they're willing to pay more and experience these disruptions to get back to see family and friends after 2 years of depressed travel.
We're learning more about NASA's successful mission last month to change the trajectory of an asteroid. Scientists did it by slamming a spacecraft into the asteroid Dimorphos. Prior to the impact, Dimorphos orbited another asteroid named Didymos, once about every 12 hours. Astronomers used telescopes to measure how Dimorphos' orbit changed after impact. The new observations show that orbit has been shortened by 32 minutes. The goal of the double asteroid redirection test, or DART, was to shave at least 10 minutes off the path. It marks the first mission NASA has conducted with the goal of planetary defense.
A California man is suing the maker of Texas Pete hot sauce for not being made in Texas. Philip White claims it's false advertising because the hot sauce has no connection to the state. Maker, T.W. Garner Food Company, is headquartered in North Carolina, where it's also made. He says he wouldn't have bought the Louisiana-style hot sauce or paid as much for it if he'd known that. And he argues it hurts smaller hot sauce companies in Texas that are trying to capitalize on their authenticity. He's hoping a judge will grant it class action status. He wants the company to pay more than $5 million in damages and change the hot sauce's name and branding. The company has not commented on the lawsuit.
A giant Cheeto complete with massive fingers coated in orange dust has become a roadside attraction in Alberta, Canada. CNN's Janine Moose reports on the sculpture that's mesmerizing motorists.
You expect to find Cheetos in a bowl or a bag, not in a field. Yet there it is, a sculpture that even the snack's mascot would call
dangerously cheesy.
You'd be surprised how many people want to get up close and personal with a giant Cheeto at any given moment.
We probably got about 40 to 50 people here so far.
That's about half the population of Cheeto, Alberta, Canada. The makers of Cheetos commissioned the 17-foot-tall sculpture created by a local company that makes movie props. Cheeto's board of directors was happy to have it here.
And I mean, it's putting you guys on the map, right?
Our hamlet isn't getting anything out of this other than a lot of tourists rolling through our town.
Most of them posing for selfies.
It's the real deal.
Often posing with Cheetos in hand, though this guy opted to pose with a competition behind enemy lines, as he put it. The makers of Cheetos chose Cheeto because Cheeto sounds like Cheetle, which is their name for the orange dust you end up having to wipe off your hands or lick off your fingers. So many people wanted to handle the Cheeto that soon a sign went up, "Please do not climb fence or Cheeto hand statue." The Cheeto's only here till early November.
But like a bag of Cheetos, it won't last long.
Until then, tourists are eating it up, as were we. Well, this tourist would probably eat anything, and this guy cheated his Cheeto selfie to make it look like he was biting off more than he could chew.
A true crowd pleaser.
Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York.
First time since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, visitors can once again tour the top of the Statue of Liberty. The National Park Service reopened the crown portion of the statue Tuesday. It's been more than 2 years since the public has had a chance to view this part of the popular tourist site. The statue was closed off to visitors during the start of the pandemic in March 2020, but it slowly started to reopen over the last few months.
Springsteen 2023 is almost here, and host auditions are just right around the corner. Host auditions will be Monday, November 7th, and callbacks will be on November 9th. The audition form to sign up is in the student announcements. If you have any questions, please contact Kayla McKenzie at the email on the screen.
The second annual Red Earth Fall Fest will kick off on the 15th of October in Oklahoma City. The fest will feature a parade, dancers, and an arts and crafts market. Red Earth officials stated in a press release, the streets of downtown Oklahoma City will be alive with native spirit. The Fall Fest is free, and visitors are encouraged to bring lawn chairs or a blanket along with a picnic to enjoy. For more information, you can visit their website at redearth.org.
Fall is here, and for the California community, it is all about the pumpkin. People from across the country have gathered in Half Moon Bay for the World Championship Pumpkin Weigh-Off. Lena Howland reports.
Pumpkin by pumpkin, lifted by a forklift and weighed, each one bigger than the last.
175. Oh, it's great. It's great. You never see anything like this, right? Except in Half Moon Bay.
Yeah, I always tell people back home, I'm like, it's the Super Bowl of pumpkins.
Travis Ginger drove his massive pumpkin 35 hours from Anoka, Minnesota, the Halloween capital of the world, to the pumpkin capital of the world.
This size, I mean, I've been hitting it with like fertilizer 14 times a day.
Holding the 2020 champion title for a pumpkin weighing in at 2,350 pounds, he's hoping lightning will strike twice.
They all said it was a once-in-a-lifetime type thing, and gosh, hopefully we can do it a two-in-a-lifetime thing.
But he's up against some heavy competitors.
It's estimating to be around 1,500 pounds.
Cindy Tobeck, the 2016 champion out of Washington, is back for more this year.
These take so much care, and they also take a lot of water, which I know is a challenge here in California. You know, I've got my own well at home, so unlimited free water is to my advantage over the California growers.
This third grade teacher says in her time away from the classroom, she's watering 150 gallons per plant per day. And it's the people of Half Moon Bay that keep her coming back every year.
The community of Half Moon Bay, their roots are in agriculture and pumpkin farming specifically, and they honor and love the pumpkin farmers, and I just feel that love.
It's the biggest prize for the biggest size, but everybody
This past Monday was the annual Oklahoma Christian fall event, the Glow Run. The event involved a number of students decked out head to toe in glow sticks, provided by Oklahoma Christian's SGA, as well as a 2.5-mile fun run around Eagle Trail. The race both started and ended near the Eagle soccer field. Eagle Angle would like to congratulate Delta's Yelta Van and Emmanuel Kamasi, Kai's Jonah Page and Elijah Tung, and freshman Garrison Martin for being the top 5 male club glow run participants. We would also like to congratulate Lambda's Carson Hazel, Reagan Kaiser, and Jenna White, as well as Gamma's Katie Dallimore and Amber Hamlin for being the top 5 female club glow run participants.
After the Glow Run was Late Night Madness. Oklahoma Christian students kicked the basketball season off with members of the men's and women's basketball teams and the Oklahoma Christian cheerleaders. Baskets were made, musical chairs were played, and prizes were given out.
If you have any stories you'd like us to report on, please send an email to our producer with the address on the screen.
We're going to take a quick break.
And when we come back, Tyler Hale will have your Eagle Angle weather report.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
Meet the Scan, a simple procedure whose mission is to detect lung cancer early.
I'm here to save you.
But I feel fine.
That's great, but you may still be at high risk for lung cancer.
Oh man, that's a new fence.
If you smoke, early detection could save your life. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help. And slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Good day, Oklahoma. I'm Tyler Hale here with the Eagle Angle Weather Report. So today's weather, as you can see, it is 80 degrees outside, very sunny, feels like 79, so it's perfect for that fall weather that is coming in. And let's take a look at the area around. So as you can see, it is in the majority of the high 70s with the low 80s, with those exceptions being in Ada and Durante, being in the 88s, and Miami being in a nice, cool 75. Now for tonight's temperatures. Tonight it's going to be a nice, cool 58-degree temperatures with mild 7 to 10 mile per hour winds and a 58% chance of humidity. This is what a weekend will look like. Weekend's going to be sunny and warm. Save for Sunday, it's going to be cloudy and cold that day, but it's going to be the perfect weather for any weekend activities you have planned for this fall break. And finally, your 5-day forecast. The majority of the week's going to be in the high 70s to low 80s, save those, once again, that weekend temperatures being in the high 60s, and your low is going to follow suit with those high 50s to low 60s, save for that Sunday and Monday being in the high 40s. That's all for your Eagle Angle weather reports. When we come back, we'll have Kanasha Sanap in the Entertainment Corner to bring you the latest.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Listen, you're my friend.
I noticed you haven't really been yourself recently.
Yeah, I feel like something's up.
How are you?
Are you okay?
Is there anything you want to talk about?
I just want to know how you're feeling.
And listen, even if you don't know what to say, I'm here to talk.
No matter what you're going through,
I just want you to know I'm here.
I've got your back. When you want to talk, I'm here.
They call me Maxie, but I prefer tripod. I was your above-average four-legged homie, and then wham-bam minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high-five.
I'm Kanasha Sanap, and welcome to the Entertainment Corner. Award-winning actress Angela Lansbury has died. Lansbury's family shared in a statement to NBC that she died peacefully in her sleep at a Los Angeles home Tuesday. Lansbury had a lauded career in the entertainment industry that spanned decades on television, in movies, and on the stage. She received her first Oscar nomination for her first movie role in 1944's Gaslight. But she is possibly best known for her roles as America's favorite TV sleuth, Jessica Fletcher, in Murder, She Wrote, and as the motherly Mrs. Potts in the Disney animated film Beauty and the Beast. Lansbury accepted an honorary Oscar in 2013 to go with her 5 Tony Award wins. Angela Lansbury was 96 years old. She died just 5 days shy of her 97th birthday. What do Prince Harry, Elton John, and Elizabeth Hurley have in common? Yes, they're all British, and they're also among a group of celebrities suing the Daily Mail publishers for what they're calling abhorrent criminal activity. They say Associate Newspapers, which publishes the Daily Mail and a number of other outlets, got information on them illegally. They've accused the publishers of hiring private investigators to plant listening devices in homes and cars, recording private calls, paying off corrupt police officials to get inside information, impersonating people to get medical records, and even hacking into bank accounts and financial transactions. The celebrities say they have, quote, banded together to uncover the truth and to hold the journalists responsible, fully accountable, many of whom still hold senior positions of authority and power today. Singer Blake Shelton will be leaving NBC's The Voice after next season. He has been on the show since its inception in 2011. The network put on a statement Tuesday saying season 23, the show will bid farewell to Shelton and welcome some new faces. Chance the Rapper and former One Direction member Niall Horan are set to join as first-time coaches. Kelly Clarkson will round out the coach lineup in the new season and set to debut next spring. Shelton said he thought long and hard before deciding to leave The Voice, which he says changed his life for the better. He gave a shout-out to his wife Gwen Stefani, who he met on the show, and mentioned the lifelong bonds he shares with other coaches and host Carson Daly. Queen Bey denies claims she misused a riff from another band's song on her newest album. Beyoncé's 7th album, Renaissance, was released in July and samples iconic house and disco artists. One song, Alien Superstar, features a tune similar to the 1991 British pop band Right Said Fred's hit I'm Too Sexy. The band claims she never asked them permission to use the melody. Beyoncé's team said not only did they give permission, they also paid to use it. I'm Too Sexy has also been sampled in Drake's Way Too Sexy and Taylor Swift's Look What You Made Me Do. That's all for today's Entertainment Corner. Here's Joe Luckett, who has your Eagle Angle Sports Report.
Thanks, Kanisha. The Oklahoma Christian Ultimate Frisbee team are two-time back-to-back Division III champions and will be chasing their third title this season. Eagle Angle had a chance to sit down with members of the Ultimate team and see what the young athletic program is all about.
We are a group of individuals who play Ultimate Frisbee. The university built the team about 3-4 years ago. Started with a couple of scholarship players. It's grown into, I think we have maybe 14 or 15 scholarship athletes on the team right now.
I just think it's been, a great opportunity for a sport that isn't usually very talked about or very publicized, but there's a really big community and there's a lot of talented players.
It's a self-refereed game, and there's this aspect of spirit of the game. It's all about sportsmanship and being nice to people.
It's fun. It's just a fun team. We joke, we laugh, we talk a lot about our sport. Naturally, we talk about plays, we talk about how we can get better.
Most of the work you do is outside of the field, on your own time with your teammates. Help each other get better outside of the field.
It's tough because we're kind of trying to jump onto the scene and tell people we're here and stuff, and a lot of people don't take us seriously at all. So it's a little tough, but it's also a lot of fun.
I hadn't really thought about it till just now, but it's been pretty wild because we literally started from nothing, and then to go back-to-back national champs in the D3 level, and then hoping to build upon that success, potentially go D1 at some point.
Our team is well diverse right now. We have learned a lot together as a team. We are trying to learn each other every day. And I think we have grown on that, so that is something that is so good.
It doesn't matter what your background is or where you're from. It's that the little plastic disc really does connect you. You're able to build a relationship like no other.
Pushing for D1, we want to compete with the top guys around the country.
We're going to try to win another national championship in the spring. I anticipate us continuing to get better, continuing to grow. That's always the goal.
I think at the end of the day, winning and losing doesn't matter, and really at the end of the day, it is about a brotherhood. It is about each other, and it is about loving one another and going with it,
1, 2, 3, OC!
And that's all for your Eagle Sports Report. When we come back after the break, Hannah will be back with our feel-good story of the week.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know. Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life. Talk to your doctor about creating a plan that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
You care for the house, the kids, and our future. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's save a little more now so we can create the retirement we want. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need. Visit asiaretirement.org/Shiro.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens.
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your dog walker,
On your left.
your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Natural disasters are a fact of life in the U.S. And between activities and school, chances are you won't be with your kids when they happen. Will they know what to do? Ready.gov/kids can help your children feel prepared, not scared. So talk with your family today.
An 88-year-old Kentucky woman jumped thousands of feet from a plane in memory of her late son. Jamie Mays has the story.
Too late in life to reach new heights.
Life is what you make of it.
And at 88 years old,
Am I going to be sitting on there? Yes, ma'am.
Bernadette Fife has never soared higher.
I've never tackled anything like this before, and it's interesting.
Now she's taking the 10,000-foot plunge at Skydive Kentucky in Elizabethtown in honor of her son, Bobby Lynch. He died in a car crash in 1979. In May, he would have celebrated 6 decades of life.
We miss him. We think of him every day. He was 16 years old, just prime of getting ready to live life.
Out of Fife's 5 living children, 4 of them have skydived for their 60th birthday. Her son says this is more than a thrill. It's a chance to connect with family.
I mean, with me being in Florida most of the year and stuff like that, we don't have the connection like everybody up here does. When it's homecoming, it's homecoming.
Although Bobby Lynch isn't there for the reunion, he's still a part of the celebration.
I mean, he's up there now, and we're going to get closer to him when we jump.
Fife says each jump is a reminder to cherish time while you're living.
We don't get out and see things at times and that, and just to get out and enjoy.
And never let age get in the way of your goal.
Thanks for tuning in to Eagle Angle, where it's your campus,
your news.
Good night.